Hello, my fellow Fall of the Samurai players, Zaript here, with the second game of me against Taiko on Dragon Wars group stage match. It's a group 14, and as I said in the start of previous cast, this is more of analysis video. So if you want some action, if you want fast casting, you should skip it, because I'm just going through my mistakes and through mistakes Taiko did. At least that's how I saw them, and I hope it will help Taiko as well, and I hope it will help you if you interested in how game works. And obviously some may ask, why would I be interested in Fall of the Samurai when Rome coming out soon? Well, because these games, even though they're so different, this mentality of commander, it's still the same. The way you spread your forces, the way you control area, logic remains very similar. Okay, so for this map, for Hidden Mountains, I take composition with 150 United States Marines. There is Black Tortoise Force supporting it, two of them inside this moral aura. Two Red Bears here, one Black Tortoise Force hidden in a forest. Not so hidden anymore, showed itself. Now for my cavalry, I have two hidden revolver cavalry and 4 Yariki rank 2. Wait, no. 2 Yariki rank 2 and 2 Sabri cavalry and 1 Yarikachi. Yarikachi is especially specifically for this hill, because this is where you can rush and use your exploit line of sight difficulties for your opponent, but I don't plan to rely on rush. Now, let's go over my plan at the big. First of all, why I take such a contingent? Why I take 2 Sabri cavalry instead of 4 Yariki? Answer is pretty simple. This Sabri cavalry rank 2, it's pretty much like vanilla Yariki. They slightly weaker and slightly cheaper, but they better against line, and they have let's compare 4-4, and here we have 2-7. So one better, like slightly better defense than Yariki overall. Why is that important? I want. It's not necessarily going to work, but overall, what I want is to countercharge Yari cavalry of my opponent and stop them. And then my revolvers come from behind and kill them. So I want cheap unit to stop my opponent's cavalry. That's all I want. Now, for Taiko, when I saw how Taiko deployed, I was sort of okay with it. Because 3 line units out of fight, which means I can just stick here doing nothing, and look how big of a split in this area. Now, how do you exploit it? If I get to the forest first, and I will get to the forest first, look at my orders. Using these 2 units, I would be able to control archery dojo, hopefully. And here, using this sword dojo as a pivot point, I can, like, you see, he can't really push me out of this forest. So he will always have this flanking threat that one unit comes in this forest and shoots him. Just because I get to the forest fast, and that's why you need Yamabushi Guide on this map. And you need to give your initial orders really fast. Because now his forces are split. This contingent will not be participating in main fight. And main fight, I decided it would be here. Even if he doesn't attack, I will attack him here using my Yarikachi, using this terrain. Here we have Shrine. But Taiko have, let's see, 3 line, 1, 2, 3 more line. Pretty much the same line as me, but 1 less line. So, and no Yarikachi, which means he have 4 Yariki and 4 Sabri cavalry. So he have 8 melee cavalry units. That's a sick force. Not because it's so strong per se, but It's a disruption force. This cavalry, if it charges your line cannot shoot. So this cavalry, not that scary on its own, but it would be very scary if it's supported by a line from behind. So we will see how it actually goes for us both. And you see again, my micro is of top-notch retard quality. You see this orders, right? You see this awkward. And again, you can imagine how it feels like this. Like, what? I need to micro this. What? It's awkward. It's awful. So he decides to take initiative because he have more cavalry, which is smart. Trying to countercharge instantly. Well, not so instantly. This Yariki managed to disrupt. Okay, I need to slow down. Managed to disrupt this Black Tortoise force. Ideally, I should already give my Black Tortoise force attack code on this Yariki and get some shots from behind. He manages to charge my US Marines, my only 150 range unit, so he's getting decent exchange. But, well, actually not that decent, but I'm losing my 150 range unit when he still have a lot of cavalry, so it's okay for him. Now, if this unit just shot from behind, get a couple of shots, this would be much easier for me, and look how I blow up my cavalry. If I just flanked with one cavalry unit and charge from a side, this would rout so much faster. Now I try to get my revolver closer, but I will get so many flanking friendly fire shots. And look how he managed to get, what, almost 40 men. Oh, 50 men on my Royal United States Marines. He lost one cavalry unit for that. 2 more coming, but this is bad. Now I have Red Bears that would be shooting from flank. I have US Marines shooting from behind. I have my revolvers on position. So now he's throwing away 2 Sabri cavalry for 1 Black Tortoise force. Now this is not good. Here, look at this friendly fire. These units, if they rout, man, this would be sick. But it helped me. I killed these units and now 2 more. And slowly but surely, he's losing all his cavalry. And what he got my cavalry, much weaker one, not all. He got most of my United States, no, not most, but huge chunk of my US Marines. And that's all. So I have more line, and I'm totally okay with exchanging my line against his cavalry. He loses 8 cavalry units against my 4 cavalry units, and I still have my both revolvers alive. I'm totally okay with this exchange at the moment. This is a problematic, of course. This is what I'm talking about, but this is too late already, because now I can pull back from range of fire. And now he gets like this support. If he just came here earlier, if just this unit started shooting earlier, this game would be lost for me. It's already, look, the moment this line came into play, he almost turned this fight that I was winning. He make it so expensive for me. But now in place, this is what I was talking about at the beginning. This gap, I'm exploiting the gap, because now if you combine all forces, because of these Royal Marines and the death of my United States Marines, he's stronger now overall if you combine everything. But just because this whole force, 3 units staying here against only 2, and I have 2 units, I had 4 line units on this area, and now 2 of them came here and putting some flanking shots. And more importantly, look at this flanking. I still have 2 revolvers with some ammunition. I still have my Yarikachi. They still can rush pretty well. And I have some flanking shots on Royal Marines. So suddenly these 3 units isolated, and these isolated units have to do with bigger force. His Sabri would come and charge me from behind. Nice try, but a bit too late. I think I'm even reforming to shoot them. I don't think I will get a volley, but at least it's not rear charge. Here my revolvers come, and these revolvers allowed my Yarikachi actually connect. So my own like these two units, they really decided game for me here, and it was I explained my initial plan as using these revolvers to make sure I win cavalry fight with cheaper cavalry, and that's exactly what happened. I won cavalry fight and I still have revolvers left. Unfortunately, I paid my marines, something to think about later. But now, all this force, all this isolated force, destroyed. So let's count now. I get the general, so I have 3 lines to deal with, while I have 1, 2, 3 full line and 2 depleted lines, with 1 revolver cavalry and depleted Yarikachi. And the problem is, if I try to attack him right away, I'm out of... Look how he wants to fight these units now, while my forces are far away. While I don't want to fight him at all. What I want is to get rid of this red bear, so I have nothing behind. I want to get a shrine, and I want to take you slowly now. Because I know I have more line, okay? And let's see how it goes. Taika does... In this game, Taika defender. So he does the same thing as in previous game. When he gets at disadvantageous position, when he is behind, he tries to turn game around using forest and archery dojo. He have archery dojo at the moment. Oh, sorry. I need to start talking a bit slower. It would be more meaningful. So, how to like, it looks like I have a lot of units, right? But honestly, don't misjudge the forest. If I try to engage it frontally instantly, in a forest he would be living long enough. If these units are outside the forest, if I attack from outside the forest, I would lose these units. So look what's happening. He can hide all 3 units in a forest right now. So if I try to attack from here, only 1 of my units would be in forest. So what do? I flank from all sides. I want to come from this side, and from this side. I want to be in a forest. Now what Taiko wants, and I sent my revolvers to uncap archery from behind. What Taiko wants is he wants to kill me when I'm still split. You see, these forces I cannot take on him. So it's still something to be aware of. When you in position of Taika and you're getting flanked, this is the right thing to do. To try to kill isolated force of your opponent, like I did here. So even with smaller force, you can still win. So I still have to be very careful. And if you're in position as me, when you try to flank around, you should remember, always pull back if you're still not ready to attack from all sides at the same time. So I'm using this terrain, I'm really zooming in. I want to be sure that I'm really, really close, but not in his line of sight. So now I'm getting all my units closer, I'm uncapping archery dojo. And remember, I'm doing this all without any unrestricted camera. It wasn't easy at all, like microing all this around. Not easy at all. Which is why I think there should be... It's my personal opinion. It definitely would be different game, but I think unrestricted camera should be out of the game because it's additional skill requirement. With unrestricted camera, games are more interesting, honestly, because there is less mistakes with unrestricted camera. But it's a different game. So if you look at minimap, I completely surrounded him. And now I'm looking to start a fight. But he don't want me to start a fight when I would be ready. So he tries to get me first. And he found a weak spot. You see, he found this one black tortoise force with low morale, which he can think he can easily kill. You see how he uses suppression fire and my unit instantly wavers. Even so, it didn't lose so much. So I have to charge. I have to move this black tortoise force in range, and he gets a chance to get rid of my revolvers. So he planned it nicely. Look, he forced me to attack before I got in range. But now, because I took my time, I was careful on all sides, now I can finish it properly. And don't underestimate, as I said already, don't underestimate this small force. If you engage on one direction before your other forces are on positions, you may easily lose this. So that's it. Again, I will not show you the final stats because it's already long enough, and I will see you in a third game, guys. See you.